Hi, I'm Eve Simone, and this is my pug Jackson. Today is September 12th, 2025, so welcome to my monthly 12th of Never update. If you're new here, you may wonder what that means. Well, there's a song with the lyrics that go, "You ask how long I love you until the 12th of Never." So that's how long I'll be doing my YouTube, hopefully. And thanks for joining me here today. So I wanted to cover some updates and what's going on and everything. Oh, Jackson. First of all, I wanted to thank Double Bass headquarters for publishing my picture and a little blurb about me in their email newsletter. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to reintroduce myself to the double bass community, and so I appreciate that. And Double Bass Headquarters is a great channel. I watch it all the time. I've learned so much, and it's really bringing me up to speed on what's been going on in the double bass world for the last 20 plus years when I stepped away. So I've learned things from them, like different ways of holding the double bass, new equipment that exists that I never heard of before, introductions to musicians, and so it's been really great. Let me try to get Jackson settled here. Okay. Oh wait, I think he's leaving. Are you leaving? Yeah. Okay. He's leaving. So anyway, if you haven't watched Double Bass Headquarters on YouTube, go ahead and check it out. It's an awesome channel. So you may notice I'm wearing a little happy birthday crown. So it is my birthday this month. I am turning 47, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm keeping in mind that Robert Schumann died when he was 46, so making it to 47 is a real blessing, and I'm happy to be alive. Let's put it that way. And I'm also reminded of a quote by Rilke, who said, "You are not too old, and it is not too late." That really resonates with me as I return to playing the double bass. One moment, Jackson is doing something. Come here, Jackson, come back. So anyway, that quote really resonates with me as I return to playing the double bass because, I just try to remind myself that it's not too late to play music and enjoy it, which is what I'm doing now. You may notice that I've started playing with a metronome again, and the funny thing is when I looked up my Franz metronome, it turns out that that's now vintage retro gear, because it's from the 1980s. And so that's funny. I also got out my Korg tuner from the 1980s, and it still works, which is amazing. I had to change the batteries, but it does still work. Let me know if you want me to make a video on how I tune with a Korg tuner. Before I got that out, I was using a tuning fork, and my mom wanted me to be sure to mention that that's actually her tuning fork. So it's older than I am, and it's her tuning fork from back when she played classical guitar as a teenager. So what's interesting is one thing kind of leads to another. Like when I started playing the bass again, I was just kind of wanting to play music I used to play, trying new music, listening to the radio, playing some songs, But the funny thing is when I started playing with the metronome again, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, I'm practicing excerpts, and then a week later, I'm like, hey, I should audition for orchestras, or I should play an orchestra. So I don't know, if you haven't turned on your metronome for a while, you might want to think about it before you turn it on, because I don't know what it unleashes, but I think it kind of, unexpectedly, I think it brought back a lot of positive memories of practicing from when I was a kid, and I do enjoy it because it's funny. When I have the metronome off, I think I'm playing at a steady tempo, but then when I put the metronome on, I'm like, wow. The metronome does not lie, so it's a great tool. Do you practice with a metronome? How does it work for you? Leave me a comment below. So yeah. On that point, so I started practicing excerpts, and I'm sharing my journey with getting ready for an audition, relearning excerpts and all that. And because of that, I noticed that I have both lost subscribers and gained new subscribers. So for those of you who joined me when I was playing Name That Tune and the electric bass and all sorts of things, I am going to go back to Name That Tune and playing covers of all sorts of things, all genres of music. Right now, for the next 2 weeks, I'm pretty focused on these orchestral excerpts. But I think after that, I'll get back to a mix of what I usually do, practicing, performing. And then, of course, by then it'll be October, which is, full-on spooky season. So I'm going to find a lot of different pieces that will sound very haunting on the double bass. And you have that to look forward to. So if you're kind of not feeling these excerpts, don't give up on me yet. I'll be doing some different things next month. So anyway, I do have an audition at the end of this month, and I'm super excited about it. It's really interesting. It's going to be behind a screen, and I was thinking back, I don't think I've ever auditioned behind a screen before, so that'll be a fun new experience. And I think having an audition scheduled gives me a goal, to work towards, and I'm really enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to the audition. So to help me get ready, I scheduled 4 live streams between now and then. So they're coming up starting on Sunday. So they're gonna be Sunday, Thursday, and then the next Sunday and Thursday, all at 7 p.m. Eastern time. The first live stream, I'm gonna focus on the different solely double bass excerpts. And then the next 2, I grouped the excerpts, by time frame. And then the final one, which I think is going to be the most fun, is where I'm going to say to you, hey, let me know which excerpt you want me to play in the comments, and I'll just play it. And when I say that, I mean which excerpts from the excerpt list. So by then you will have seen the ones I'm practicing on my channel, so you'll know which ones they are. But that's a good point, because some auditions, they have sight reading as one of the required aspects of it. So yeah, wow. This audition I'm taking doesn't list sight reading as a required element, so that's good. So anyway, yeah, on that last live stream, you can pick what I play, and it'll be fun. Another thing going on is I am joining a community orchestra starting on Monday. I'm joining the Delaware County Symphony. I'm super excited about it because the piece they're playing in the first concert is going to be, one of the pieces is going to be Vaughan Williams London Symphony. And I'm such a big fan of Vaughan Williams. And I actually wrote a paper in school at Indiana University on this very symphony, and, folk music and nationalism and all those themes at that time. And if you haven't heard a London Symphony by Vaughan Williams, check it out. It's really, really great. The orchestration is fantastic. The melodies are just wonderful. So give it a listen. But anyway, so that experience starting this next week is going to be my first time playing in an orchestra since, let me see. I think the last time I played in an orchestra was when I was 21 years old. So I'm really looking forward to it, Yeah, the thing about playing in orchestra is it requires a lot of counting. You have to count the rests and make sure you don't play during the rest. So I think it's going to be good for me. I'm going to have to get my skills back on that topic. But yeah, I like it. It's so much fun, listening to other people play during the orchestra. So I'm excited about that. And also wanted to mention, I really appreciate your support on my channel. So please do subscribe, like, and share my videos. I'm trying to build a community here for myself and other people, so comment, let me know who you are. Do you play the double bass? Are you preparing for an audition? What music do you enjoy? Let's get to know each other. I think that's lots of fun. And then, with it being September, it's now officially back to school. So, whether you're a student or a teacher or a parent, you're probably somehow involved in a back to school experience. And So for me, being a pug mom, Jackson here is going to be returning to school next week. He's going to his class to train for the AKC's Rally Intermediate title. And then he's also going back to obedience class. He's working towards his AKC beginner novice title. So, yeah, he's just like sighing. But, you know, he loves it because he gets tons of treats. So it's worth it. Oh, yeah, I know. Treats, right? Yeah, there's little ears perked up. So it's a good time. So I hope if you're going back to school in one way or another, I hope you're having fun with it. And a final point I wanted to make is in the back to school spirit, I do still offer free double bass lessons via YouTube Live. Started offering them months ago, and there hasn't been like an overwhelming amount of interest. And I've thought about it, and I think there could be a few different reasons for that. It could be that you've heard my playing and you think there's nothing I could possibly teach you, which fair enough, you know, that could be the case. But another piece is maybe you're not comfortable taking a lesson via YouTube Live, like you think it's embarrassing or something. And that is a valid concern. I want to explain why I offer it via YouTube Live. I offer it that way so that whatever we learn together in the lesson, we can pay it forward to the community, and other people can learn by watching your lessons. And also, you know, if you are shy or hesitant about taking a lesson via YouTube Live, I would mention, you know, first of all, I'm 100% constructive in my feedback. I'm positive, so I'm going to look for ways to encourage you and support your progress and not, you know, not tear you down or insult you, because I don't think that's a good way to learn, you know. And the other thing is, like, if you're shy about playing music, whether it's for friends and family or on YouTube or wherever life leads you, I mean, I think that music exists when there's an audience, you know. It's like that quote, like, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's there to hear it, does it really happen? I kind of feel like music's like that, because when I play music, I have what I'm creating and doing, but it's the listener who receives that sound and brings to it what he or she, you know, feels and has experienced. So I think music really requires a performer and an audience. So I think playing on YouTube is a great opportunity. So in summary, don't be shy. If you'd like a free lesson, let me know in the comments, and we'll set something up. Be happy to listen to your playing and give you some tips to the best of my ability. I did teach non-music majors the double bass at Indiana University when I was a teenager, so I do have some experience teaching double bass lessons. And anyway, I just want to pay it forward, you know. I know that music lessons are expensive, you know, when they're not free. So I want to pay it forward and, you know, reduce that barrier to enjoying music. And, you know, that reminds me of one other thing. I think in the past month, when I expressed an opinion that people shouldn't use tape on the double bass and cut the fingerboard with an X-Acto knife and add frets, I think I received a comment that someone said I was gatekeeping music. So I literally had to Google that to find out what that meant. And I'm not gatekeeping music. Okay, I was just giving my opinion. I really love the double bass, so I don't like to see one being mistreated. But I really do try to do exactly the opposite of gatekeeping music by performing on YouTube, offering free double bass lessons, and answering any questions I receive. I've received questions, you know, about what instrument am I playing? Is it a cello? And I answer all these questions, and, you know, I want to be kind and welcoming and inclusive. So, yeah, like, I'm not trying to gatekeep music at all. I think music is for everyone. I think classical music is for everyone. The double bass is for everyone. So, Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for here. So anyway, have a great month, and I'll be back to you next month with another update. Take care now. Bye.